It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA Basketball. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. For the Miami Heat, they coming off a loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Patrick Beverley out there with Harden. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then there's Howard. And it's Monty Eunice in a power forward position. Now, here's Dragic. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. 5 to shoot. Dang. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swamp of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too, but he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit, but still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and then Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game, and that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
From deep, Richardson. It's rebounded by Houston. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
Yeah, I thought they really tightened up at the end, guys. I mean, I think they were playing not to lose instead of playing to win. You got to go after wins. You can't try to hold on to them. You got to go get them.
That's good.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them. 4 or 5 to start the game. That's their first miss.
Pass to Bosh. Shoots. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Dragic against Harden. And the jumper falls for him. Harden's got 13.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Dragic against Beverley. Bosh, the screen. And Harden comes to help. Here's Richardson. Richardson missing again.
Well, you knew things were going to be different in Miami without LeBron. They slowed down their approach on offense, going from one of the more up-tempo teams to one of the slower ones last season.
Now here's Dragic. Shot from 12. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. He's got 5. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Harden outside. And Houston again with the bucket. And the Heat, Greg, you know, you knew that they would be different. But, you know, going from top to the second slowest pace, Clark was a very drastic move.
Yeah, that is a significant change in style. Covered the second least ground in the league last season, according to player trackers. You guys can figure that out.
Well, I'll tell you right now, it was over 16 miles ran per game as a team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so it's Houston with it. The Heat knocking down the tray. A three ball. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now, here's Whiteside. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I'm going to tell you, Luol Deng is not exceptional in any one area, but really doesn't have any weaknesses either. I think he's been one of the most complete small forwards over the past decade in the league.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Richardson. Nice shot by Terry.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Talk about Luol Deng. His consistency year to year has been outstanding. Over 11 seasons, Greg, if you look at his averages across every category, they're remarkably similar.
And here's a guy who can score from anywhere. Great mid-range game. Makes plays for his teammates. Rebounds at both ends. He is versatile and bankable.
Joe Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat. And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. And that one's good.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Johnson outside. Back to Dragic. And the rejection by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Got that bucket, 23 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Stoudemire, the screen. Johnson double-teamed. Stoudemire up top. Here's Winslow. Harden grabs the miss.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
There's a screen. It'll count. And it's in. The buzzer beater.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid.
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, but love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
They've got Johnson. Johnson is out there with Richardson. Then it's Winslow, and it's Stoudemire in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Catching up on the changes with Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Stoudemire. Wash comes in for Johnson. And it's Dang in for Winslow. Here's Harden. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc. And boy, are they taking advantage.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Offensive rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Harden. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Shot clock at 6. The tray. And another.
Give me those ankles.
He just exudes a love.
Give me those ankles. Hell no, give me these ankles. Give me those ankles. Give me those ankles for real, bro. Team trash as hell.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. He's got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Johnson kicks to Bosh. Kicks it out to Johnson. Good, and it's Bosh picking up the assist.
And, you know, we saw Chris Bosh really ramp it up with that. LaMarcus Aldridge is a recent example. Extending your range is a great way to keep playing at a high level, especially as you enter your 30s.
And so it's Houston with it. The Heat getting the bucket. Clock at 6. Johnson against Harden. From deep three-point range. No luck. The Heat go the other way with it. We're talking about Chris Bosh working on that three-point shot. Last year, he launched nearly 4 threes a game. While most of his career, Greg, he shot less than 1 a game.
Yeah, and Kevin, it's a blessing and a curse at times that he's shooting more threes. The blessing is that it makes Bosh so much more difficult to defend. The curse is that he shot his lowest percentage from the field last season since he was a rookie.
Here is Harden. The Heat getting the bucket. Beasley with the screen on Johnson. Harden inside the three-point line, and Houston again with the bucket.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Johnson dishes to Whiteside. Johnson sets the screen for Whiteside. In the corner, it's Richardson. And Harden comes to help. The feed to Dang. Johnson, a wide open look, and a miss there on the triple. Houston leading by 19. Harden outside. Beasley sets a screen for Harden. Harden draws the double. There's the dish to Beasley. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Beasley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Johnson, the pass to Bosch. Kicks it to Dang. Heat moving the ball around. Beasley with the steal. Harden outside. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from the high post. And Houston again with the bucket.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Richardson kicks to Dang. Bosch, a screen on Harden. Johnson attacking. He feeds it to Whiteside. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. For Houston, they've gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Harden against Bosch. Harden draws the double. And another 3 for Houston.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Bosch sets the pick for Johnson. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Johnson's got his second bucket tonight.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
Richardson, no luck.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
From deep, Harden. And another 3 for Houston.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Johnson against Harden. Here's Johnson. He has 6. The pass to Bosch. Stolen by Harden. And through the first half,
Hey, Kevin will coach with...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, and James Harden led the way in the first half. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points, 2 steals and 1 block. Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Boy, did he put on a show from beyond in that first half. Let's see if the halftime break has any cooling effect on him.
Well, I tell you what, we'll soon find out, because I guarantee they're going to keep feeding it to him behind the arc until he does cool off.
So on the floor for Houston, Corey Brewer is out there with Beasley. Then it's Harden, and it's McDaniels in at the shooting guard. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. For Miami, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. The first free throw is good. And Richardson drops them both. Here is Harden. Harden draws the double. Miami with the ball. And so here is Houston. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Yeah, exactly. An interconference matchup here. Not a lot of familiarity, but I wouldn't say they caught them off guard. There's a reason one team was in the
This nigga trash.
I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat. But he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Here is Harden. After the made shot from Goran Dragic, hit his leg. And it's being called a kickball. And some changes here for the Heat. Amari Stoudemire checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. And Winslow subbed in for Luol Deng. Man showing some terrific range. Harden's got 49 points in the game. As you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team. Riley Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulder ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
And another 3 for Houston.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Oh, I ain't.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Well, for James Harden, with his incredible regular season last year, Clark, you knew he was in for a great postseason as well.
And it was a bit of a roller coaster for him in the playoff run. I mean, he could vanish one game, but then explode for 40 in the next.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
They set the pick. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3, and another 3 for Houston.
And with Harden in the playoffs, it was an all-or-nothing situation at times. He definitely stole some games for Houston in their run to the conference finals. But, man, did he have a rough one when they were eliminated by the Warriors.
And here's Richardson. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Again, the miss by the Heat. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. And taken away by Johnson. And now Winslow pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg. Tough game for Harden in the conference finals. A dozen turnovers for him. Set an NBA record for most turnovers in a playoff game. Not how he wanted to go out, but he showed he can carry a team for stretches during the playoffs.
Tyler Johnson is checked in for Richardson. Now here's Johnson. He's got 6. He kicks it to Winslow. Pass to Johnson. Shoots. That's good on the jump shot. Johnson's got his second bucket of the game to go. Houston's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Dragic against Harden. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Harden's got 57 points.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
And Capella sends it back. Winslow dishes to Dragic. A second chance effort, and the shot is good. Dragic has got 6 here in this quarter.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Harden up top. He's guarded by Dragic. In transition, here comes Miami. Johnson's got the ball.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break. Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
Harden draws the double. Here's McDaniels. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
And the Heat call time here.
And guys, KJ McDaniels, I think, has excellent defensive potential. I mean, his long arms and quick jump allow him to block a high number of shots for a 2-guard. And his overall athleticism allows him to match up against 2s and 3s. Offensively, though, he really needs work on practically every measurable skill.
A different look for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Stoudemire. And Chris Bosh is subbed in for Joe Johnson. The Heat have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Dragic kicks to Johnson. Bosh passes to Johnson. No good with the triple.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Luol Deng is checked in for Miami. Dragic against Harden. No good from Dragic.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Harden against Johnson. Harden outside. 6 to shoot. There's the triple. Good. Harden's got 60.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
Now here's Deng. Tries it from the top of the key, and the shot is long.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Outside Dragic. Here's Bosh. And that's not going to go. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Houston on top, opening up a huge gap. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And so here is Houston. They've got Wright, Gerald Green out there with Weber. Then it's Johnson, and it's McRoberts in at the center position. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder points when you do it the way they're doing it on the road. That's special.
Weber. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's going to be on James Harden. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Houston.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight.
And he sinks the second.
And one thing that I know a lot of fans are worried about it is NBA jerseys with ads on them. It's something the NBA has explored more in-depth recently and would be another stream of revenue for the league.
And he gets it to go. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it. In part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
And with the ads on the jerseys, it isn't something that would sit well with the fans probably, but around the globe, almost every other league in the world has ads on their jerseys.
You know, the NBA has shown that they're willing to try new things with jerseys, much like they've looked at other issues. It started with the sleeve jerseys, and advertisements is just another area they're exploring.
And here's Weber. James Harden getting it to go from deep. From deep. Green kept alive.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game. I mean, they've actually done a great job on the board. There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams. And their effectiveness from the three-point line.
It has been pronounced, no doubt about it. Definitely a big factor to this point in the game.
Good.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now, here is Harden. Harden draws the double, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
And, you know, the NBA loves to experiment with different rules in different ways. The D-League last season used international rules for goaltending. And that small change